guys, I'm KJ, and I'm back with another video, and today we are doing my fave, a story time. Yay! Okay, that was so extra. So anyway, we're doing a story time, and it was kind of requested, but not really. Basically, a friend of mine said he likes when I do story times, and he asked me when I was doing another one. So since I'm filming, I said let me do another one. So yeah, shout out to you. And this story time is going to be from when I was in junior high, and I had a crazy teacher. I'm gonna give y'all a little backstory on her because I want y'all to really understand how psycho this lady was. My first time, I really want y'all to understand how psycho this lady was, for real, for real. My first time I ever saw her, I never said anything to this lady. I'll let me make it. I never said anything to this lady. I never even looked at her. Like, I didn't know who she was. Like, I never heard of her. Like, literally, me and my friend was walking down the hallway, and we passed her. She's like in her doorway. It was like I remember it was the last day of school of my 8th grade year, and the way schools were here at the time, 7th, 8th, and 9th were all in the junior high. So it was like my 8th grade year is my last day of school, my 8th grade year. And I'm just walking in the hallway, like going to my bus, and all the kids was rowdy and making noises. So, you know, yeah, I was doing that. I'm not even gonna lie. It was like, oh yeah, last day of school, you know, turn up, we happy. We didn't say turn up back then, but like, yeah, we was happy. So at that point, you know, like, she goes, like, I mean, like, and there's tons of kids like walking by yelling and screaming. She said nothing to them. And me and my friend walks by, and she goes, hey, you. And I turn around. I'm like, me? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, yes, ma'am. And she's like, I don't like you. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I just keep walking, like, oh, okay, I don't care. So, and my friend like, what you do to her? I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know her. And he's just like, so she just don't like you? I was like, yeah, it's not. So that was that. And then when over the summer, when we finally got our schedules, I had her as a teacher. And I'm telling my mom, I'm like, well, I didn't originally have her. I had another teacher at first, but then they like overbooked this class. And I really don't think that was the case. I think people knew she was psycho and was trying to get out of her class. But so they moving people around, and I ended up getting put in her class. And I told mom, I'm like, no, you need to call the school right now. That lady already told me she don't like me. You need to get me put back in the other teacher's class. My mom's like, well, no, just go to school and see how it goes. I'm like, Mom, I'm telling you, this lady does not like me. So she's just like, well, it'll be all right. Just do your work and be good, and, you know, you're right. First of all, I ain't never been good, okay, Mom? Like, I've been alright, but I ain't never been good. So anyways, I just want to give y'all that little backstory. Plus, she used to dress up in, like, costumes, and I don't mean like let me put on, like, you know, a dress like Snow White would wear. I mean full-blown mascot type costume. She came dressed as Winnie the Pooh. She came dressed as a wolf. She came dressed as an eagle. She came like, which the eagle was kind of like, okay, I get that because our school mascot was eagles, but like, other than, she came dressed as a lot of stuff, like full mascot costumes, like head to toe, to school, like just on random days. It wasn't like pep rally days and nothing like that. Just random days she felt like dressing up. And she never shaved her arms. Like the hair on her arm was like that thick. That was you know, we're not gonna get into that. So anyway, and I'm pretty sure anybody who went to school with me watches this, they know exactly what teacher I'm talking about. I don't care. We're gonna call her Miss Cringe, because she was very cringe, and she had these little buck teeth like a rabbit. She dressed up like a rabbit one time too, but that was close to Easter. But still, like, we are like teenagers. Like, you don't need to be the Easter bunny for us, honey. It's okay. So she was overly obsessed with this little eagle that she had that was sitting on her desk. It was like this, and one of my friends like took the eagle off her desk, and she tried to like kill him. So yeah, I told y'all all that because I want y'all to understand how like really truly psycho this lady is. She's like crazy. She later ended up getting fired for. So anyway, into the story time. This story talking about the time I got wrote up by this particular teacher 8 times in 1 hour, y'all. So, going to the classroom, normal day. I'm like, all right, you know what's up? And I guess today this lady just felt like messing with me. So, that's what she did. So, I get in the classroom. I sat down. I ain't said nothing to nobody. She passed out worksheets, and she's like, "You guys get started on worksheets." I'm like, "Okay." So I lean over, I get my purse and put it on my desk. I start going through my purse because I'm looking for a pencil, and she goes, "Put your purse away and do your work." I said, "I'm looking for a pencil," and she goes, "Put your purse away and do your work." I said, "I can't do my work without a pencil. I'm looking for a pencil," and she goes, "Put the purse away." I'm like, okay. So I just put the purse down, and she's like, "No, do your work." I'm like, "Don't have a pencil." And she goes, okay. And she writes me up, says, "Take this to the office." Cool, go to the office. I hand the lady the slip. "What is this for? Why did she write you up? For not doing my work?" "Well, why weren't you doing work?" "I ain't take a pencil out." "Did you have a pencil?" "Yes, ma'am." "Well, why didn't you take it out and do your work?" "She told me to put my purse away." Go back to class. That's all the lady says. Go back to class. I go back to class. Didn't say anything. Sat back down at my desk. Started going through my purse to get a pencil out again. "I told you, put that purse away. Do you want me to write you up again?" I said, "I'm just trying to get a pencil to do my work." And she goes, "Put the purse away now." I said, "Can I get the pencil out of the purse?" "No, put it away now." I'm like, okay. So I put it up. And I'm just sitting there. "Why are you not doing your work?" "I'm writing you up for not doing your work." "You just wrote me up for that, kid. Like, they just told me to come back to the classroom. You just wrote me up for that." She writes me up again. Boom. Take it to the office. Take it to the same lady. She goes, "What's the problem in this class?" I was like, "She won't let me get my pencil out." Then she write me up for not doing my work. And she's like, "Go back to the class. Don't come back here with this." I was like, well, if she writes me up, I have to come back. So I went back to the classroom. So this time she gives me a pencil. It's like a wood pencil. Well, first she didn't give it to me. Like, she told me to do my work. I pulled out my purse. I'm digging. She's like, "No, put the purse down and get this pencil." It was like a wood pencil. I was like, I don't write with wood pencils. I only use mechanical pencils because my fingers blister when I write with wood pencils. So she was like, "Well, you're going to have to write with this one today." And I was just like, all right, whatever. I went and I grabbed a pencil off her desk. And I started doing my work. I wrote my name and the lid broke, just snapped. So I get up to sharpen my pencil. Sit down. Don't even get up. You just trying to disturb the class. I'm like, I'm just sharpening. Sit down. I'm like, oh, okay. So I sit down. And I'm just sitting there, just staring off into space. Why aren't you doing your work?" The pencil lid broke. I was trying to sharpen it. "No, you just don't want to do your work." Write me up again. Go to the office. There you go. Boom. So she honestly may have written me up more than 8 times this day. Like, I don't know. She wrote me up, but like, I know it was at least 8 times. So I go back to the class. I go back to the office. I give them the slip. And this lady says, "What happened this time?" I said, "She gave me a pencil, but the lid broke and she wouldn't let me sharpen it." The lady in the office literally goes, "What is wrong with this nut?" I'm like, "She doesn't like me." That's pretty much it. And she goes, "You know what? Next time she writes you up, go to the principal." I'm like, okay, cool. I asked her, "Can I go now?" She said, "No." She writes you up again. Just go to the principal. At this point, she wrote me up 3-4 times. I still ain't got detention. Still ain't got nothing because they just really realized this lady is psycho. So I end up going to her class again. The pencil she gave me still on my desk. I'm like, "Can I sharpen this?" And she like, "No. Don't, as a matter of fact, give me my pencil back." So I took her pencil. I sat her on this. I thought, all right, well, here you go. I sat at my desk and I was just writing with a pen. We couldn't do our work in pen, so I was writing with a pen because the pen was like in a little pouch on my backpack, so I didn't have to dig for that. So I was just like writing up in my notebook on pen. She asked me, she's like, so you can doodle, but you can't do your work. I was like, can I do my work in pen? She said, no, it has to be pencil. I'm like, okay, well, that's why I can't do my work, lady. So she don't get this. Apparently, like, something ain't clicking. She goes, okay, well, do it in pencil. Why is that so hard? I'm like, I was trying to get the pencil on my purse. You told me to put my purse down. Pencil in the purse on the floor. Do you get it now? So, you know, like, at this point, yes, I am getting a little disrespectful, but I'm just tired of her. Like, you just messing with me. Like, you're not this dumb. If you are, you shouldn't be a teacher. So she goes, okay, well, you need to go to the office for your attitude. I said, okay, that's fine, whatever. And I snatched the slip that time when she took me, gave it to me, and I went on to the office. I was like, huh? And I went on, and I took it straight to the principal office. He said, what's going on? You've been in here a couple of times this morning. I said, this lady keep writing me up because I can't do my work. Now she said I got an attitude because I'm tired of her sending me to the office. He started laughing, and he told me to go back to class. So I went back to class. So, go back to class. She, before I even, like, got to my desk, she goes, don't even sit down if you could have started digging through your purse again. I said, I'm not. I'm just not going to do the worksheet. I said, just give me a 0. I don't even care. And she's like, well, you can't just sit in this class and not do work. I said, well, what do you want me to do, ma'am? What do you want? Huh, Miss Cringe? What do you really want? And she goes, I want you to do your work, and I want you to do it in pencil, and I want you not to dig through your purse. I said, well, girl, that ain't gonna work. It's not. I said, you can give me another pencil, you can give me that same pencil, I can sharpen it, and I can do my work. You're not gonna play on that pencil sharpener. Girl, do you see the lead on the pencil? Do it look like I'm playing? It ain't got no lead. I can't write with it. She a little crazy. So, she goes, okay, well, just sit down. Sit down. So she writes out at this point 2 different detention slips. She writes out one for insubordination because I wasn't doing my work, and then a separate one for not doing my work. Like, what? So you really just gave me 2 pink slips for the exact same thing. Okay, take these to the office. So I took them to the office, and I go to the principal. I went straight to the principal. I'm like, she wrote me up again. So he tells me, he's like, okay, this is what I need you to do. This is what I need you to do. I need you to go in there. I need you to sit down. I need you not to say anything unless she speaks to you. I said, okay. I said, that's what I've been doing, but okay. I said, I went through my purse to get my pencil, and she has an issue with it. He told me, he's like, okay, well, go ahead and get your pencil out before you go. I said, okay, that'll work fine. So I'm in his office, I'm digging through my purse, and I got my pencil out, and I went down there. It was no problem. So I went in the classroom. I sat down, I got my paper, and I started writing, and I started doing my work, right? With my pencil. So at this point, I'm not playing on a pencil sharpener. I'm doing my work with my pencil in the classroom, not disturbing nobody. I didn't dig through my purse. She got everything she asked for, right? That should be enough. But not for a crazy person, it's not. This lady tells me, your pencil's too loud. My pencil is too loud. Because she can hear it writing on the paper going, girl, everybody's pencil in here sound like that. I said, okay, well, I don't know what you want me to do about that. And she goes, bring me the paper. I brought her the paper. And she goes, you've only done like 3 questions. And I'm like, okay, I literally just started working on it like 2 minutes ago. What do you expect? You just been wasting the whole class period. I've been in the office most of the class period. What do you expect? So she's like, here, sit back down, do your work. So I'm like, okay, cool. I sit back down. I started doing my work. Can you take this to the office? I'm like, what is this? She's like, it's a pink slip. What did I do this time? That's all I want to know. So I didn't even ask her what it was for. I just took it. I went to the office. I'm reading it while I'm going to the office. Student has repetitively disrupted class today. Pretended as though she didn't have a pencil and didn't do her work. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. the jump, I have said to you, my pencil is in my purse. Then she wrote, if she doesn't have a pencil, comes to class without supplies. My pencil is in my purse. Y'all. So, literally, the principal looks at it, he rips it up, he laughs. He's like, you know what, just go down there and get your stuff, come back to the office, and sit in here with me. So, that's what I ended up doing. I ended up just going down to the office. I stayed in there with him. I ran a couple of errands for him, and it was a whole joke. Like, the lady is absolutely crazy. I don't know what's wrong with her. So, I'm going to give y'all another little mini story time about the same teacher on this joint, because I don't need to make a whole nother story time about her. She ain't worth it. So it was a whole nother day, and I'm in Miss Cringe's class, right? And basically, actually, I'm gonna do two little short stories I'm on here. So it's gonna be like, we had a test the day before, and she literally passed out the test the next day, because she gave it to us like the last 10 minutes of the class. And then the next day, she gave everybody their test back. Except for guess who? Me. So basically, I'm like, if everybody else can finish their test, I can finish my test too. Give me my test. And she's like, no, I don't want you to finish the test. Like, okay, so you just want to give me an F. Like, no, everybody else getting a chance to finish their test. You need to give me my test. She's like, you're disrupting the class. I'm like, I don't care. Give me my test, period. Like, everybody else got their test, give me my test. It's not fair that everybody else get all this extra time, and all I had was 10 minutes. So, she's like, no, I don't want you to finish. I get to pick and choose who I want to give the test to, and I don't want to give it to you. I'm just like, no, the curriculum says all students have the same stuff. Give me my test. Like, I had a whole attitude that day anyway. I was on my cycle, and I just didn't care. Like, I was tired of her. She been messing with me all year. I was fed up. So, she goes, you're not getting this test. I said, fine, that's fine. I'm gonna call my mom. And she goes, call your mom. I don't care. And then I was like, call my grandmama too. Apparently calling my grandmama is a threat, because this lady got nervous, honey. She started swearing. She's like, oh my God, that's a threat. Go to the office for threatening me. She wrote me a pink slip, sent me to the office. So I took it to the principal. And let me just tell y'all, it was not a threat, because I did stop in the office and I did call my mama and my grandmama. My mama had to stop my grandmama from coming up. Yeah, because you don't mess with people, kids and grandkids. That's rude. So yeah, I did. My mama told my grandma not to come up there, but I did call my granny and I did call my mama. So yeah, I did. It wasn't a threat, because I did it. So, my mama ended up coming to the school or whatever, and the principal basically just told her the lady be tripping, she crazy, and told me not to worry about it, and told her not to worry about it. I didn't get any type of repercussions for it, and she was mad about that. She was always mad about something. Always mad about something. Always mad about something. I got to finish my test, but she still gave me an F, even though my answers was right. She still gave me an F, even though my answers were right. You heard that correctly. And so at that point, I just started doodling pictures of her being killed on my test, and I ended up having to go to counseling. So, in the school at lunch. So yeah, that happened. And I'm gonna tell y'all one more mini story time about this lady, and then we are gonna call it a night, a day. Alright. So yeah. Alright, so this last story time about her is when I pretty much proved that she was just giving me bad grades to give me bad grades, because she did not like me. Period. Like, that's the only reason she gave me bad grades, because I would have people in my class who we would work together, we'll do the work together, or like, they might give me answers, or I might give them answers, or either like whatever the case may be. Like, I knew how to do the work, I did the work properly, and she just would give me F's. And so basically what happened was, I caught on to it, but when like this girl beside me, she had an A, like, and I asked her could I see her paper, and most of our answers was the same except for like maybe one, even the way we worked it out was the same. So I'm like, okay, clearly I shouldn't have had no F. So what's really going on? So I asked her about it, and she's just like, well, you get what you deserve. And I was like, but I had the correct answer. She said, I didn't say you get what you earned, you get what you deserve. That's literally what she told me. I get what I deserve, not what I earned, what I deserve. If y'all know the difference, she's basically telling me, you earned an A, but I don't like you, so I feel like you deserve an F. That's basically what she told me. So, I set out to prove this because my mama thought I was crazy when I'm telling her this. So I set out to prove it. So the first way it was proven was when she got sick for like 2 weeks and we had a substitute. And my grade literally went from like an F to a B in 2 weeks because I was making really good grades when the sub was grading them. And like the sub, she was even like, how is this, like, how did you have an F? You're really good at it. Like, she was, and I told her, I was like, oh, she just doesn't like me, so she gives me bad grades. And she thought I was playing. She laughed at me. I'm like, no, I'm serious. And she's like, she can't do that. I'm like, well, she does. And she's just like, oh, okay. And she, like, I still don't think she believed me. She's like, oh, okay. So when my actual teacher finally came back, you guys, my beautiful B, my 88 B plus, that was almost an A by that time, was a 3. A 3. Not even like a 59. A 3. The same day she came back. And she wanted to let me know because she gave out little slips with our grades on it that day. How? So, then, so I'm telling my mom about this and she's like, Kimmy, she can't do that. Like, that's not the case. I don't know what the substitute did wrong, but your teacher just can't give you grades. So I proved it to my mother. Okay? This is what happened. Me and a friend lived next door. We both had her. We had our different periods. We had the exact same project though. And what you had to do was basically to figure out how much wrapping paper you would need to wrap the box for like a Christmas present. So this is what happens. My friend comes over. We do the work together. We cut out the paper together. Paper the same size. We got the same work. We got the same answer. We both wrap our presents. And by the way, I wrap presents beautifully. I am really good at wrapping presents. Like, people literally be asking me to wrap their presents. So I wrap presents really good. So it was a really good wrap job too. So anyways, we go to the school. And the thing is, like, we were really good friends. Like, we had been friends since we were like barely talking. But we didn't hang out in school. She hung with a different crowd than I hung with. So I guess she didn't really know we was friends like that. But like, we was always like really close. Like, just because we hung out with different crowds, we didn't like, weren't mean to each other. We were still really good friends. So I guess the teacher didn't really know we was friends like that because we didn't really hang out a lot at school. So what happened was, when I went to the school, I turned my project in. Later that day, my friend turned her project in. Exact same project to the T. My mom saw this, y'all. She saw us work together on it. She saw us get the same answer like my mom saw it. So my friend gets her project back. And my friend got an A. Y'all want to know what I got? An F. I got an F. Cool. How though? So at that point, my mom basically, she just believed me and she understood why I just at that point was like, I'm not doing nothing else in her class. I just don't care. And I just went to summer school. I got an A in summer school and moved on to the next grade with no problems. My thing is, if you hate me so much, why are you trying to keep me in your class? Like, give me A's and get me up out of there. So yeah, that's the story time of my crazy algebra teacher who just hated me. Miss Cringe, if you out there, girl, I think you still teaching in another school district somewhere. You don't deserve it. And I mean it. The students deserve something better than you. They just do. So yeah, is all, you guys, for today. I am KJ. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I drop another story time or just another bomb video in general. And I'm out.